Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do a video that I have not wanted to do. Like, I do not want to do this video at all. Like, at all. I don't want to do this because it is, I'm going to show you guys my trick for hiding under eye bags. And to do that, I'm going to have to be on camera without having my under eye bags hidden, which does not sound fun to me at all. But I learned this trick partially from Wayne Goss, and if you haven't checked him out, you definitely should because he is amazing. But this is a trick that I learned from him, and then I found that it wasn't working exactly right for me. It did help, but it wasn't quite where I needed it to be. So I tweaked it a little bit and messed around with it until it worked the best that it could for what I needed. So that's what I'm going to show you guys today. It's my adaptation of his technique that works best for me, and hopefully it will help some of you guys out there that are struggling to hide your under eye bags. I personally don't have a lot of discoloration. I don't have a lot of dark circles, but I do have bags, and I have lines that I've had my entire life. They have been there. And when I wake up in the mornings, my eyes are so puffy. No matter how much I sleep, no matter how little I sleep, no matter what I eat and drink, my eyes are just so puffy when I wake up. And they do go down throughout the day, but in the first part of the day, they are really puffy, and having those deep set lines that run down my face, those make it look even worse. They accentuate the puffiness and just make it look like I have these horrible under eye bags. So I have been searching for a long time on how to fix it, and for quite a while I have been very certain that I was going to get filler in my under eye. So I found this technique, and I messed with it to make it work for me for what I needed. And hopefully it'll help you guys, because now, like, I don't really want to get under eye filler. I mean, I might someday, but right now I'm like, I don't need to. So I hope this helps for you guys. You will need two different concealers. You need one that's one shade lighter than your base or your face, and one that is 2 shades lighter. So for me, I usually use my Tarte Shape Tape in light sand, and then for the 1 shade lighter, which is what goes under my under eye first, just like you would normally put concealer under your eye, I mix it with some Maybelline Fit Me that's a little darker, so it's only 1 shade lighter, and then I go in with this. I'll show you in just a minute how I go in with this where it's 2 shades lighter to take away the shadows for my bags. On that note, please don't forget to like the video, comment on it, and subscribe, of course. My channel has gone crazy over the last couple of days, and I am so grateful to you guys. I've gotten so many new subscribers and so many more views, and we are getting closer and closer every day to our goal of 10,000 so we can do our giveaway. So I really appreciate that. So yeah, let's just go ahead and jump into the video, and I'll show you how I hide my under eye bags. Okay guys, so as you can see, I have my base on, and I would normally use a concealer that is 1 shade lighter than my base color, but instead I have been using the Hourglass Vanish Stick. So that is really full coverage, and I've been using 1 shade lighter of it to highlight the center of my face and do under my eyes, rather than using a concealer that's 1 shade lighter. And it's really important to remember the 1 shade lighter part, because we are going to go in with another concealer that is 1 shade lighter than that, so 2 shades lighter than our base color to hide our bags. So that's what we're going to do now. I've already got the 1 shade lighter on under my eyes and down the center of my face, and we are going to go in with the 2 shades lighter. It's important that this is a full coverage concealer that is on the drier side, but I don't like to use them that are too dry. I have found that my favorites, and the ones that work the best for this, are the Tarte Shape Tape and Also, the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealer works really well as well. So, but I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape today, and this is in the shade Light Sand. So, I'm going to go ahead and use that. Now, this is after you have that one shade lighter on under your eyes, which will cover up any discoloration. You're going to go ahead and go in with your 2 shades lighter, and it's important to have a nice, really small brush to use for this. So we're going to take our little brush, we're going to take out our wand, and we're just going to put a little bit just on the very tip of the brush. And then we're going to paint, oh gosh, I have an eyelash. Okay, so then we're going to paint the line that's under the eye and has the shadow in it that makes the bag noticeable. So the reason that this works is because your bags are 3D, obviously. They stick out, so they're 3-dimensional. And what makes things look 3-dimensional are lights and shadows. So the way to hide your bag is to take away that shadow that it has by being a 3-dimensional object, basically, and make it 2-dimensional. So we don't want to go up onto the bag itself, because that's going to cancel out the whole idea of flattening out the shadow to make it seem like a flat surface. So we're just going to, and sometimes I tilt my head down so you can really see where that shadow is from the bag. And then you're just going to paint really thin right in there. And just paint that whole line and that whole shadow. And if you look down, it kind of helps you see exactly where that shadow is, because you don't want to bring it up above the shadow and onto the bag. I bring it up to the very corner of my eye and then try to keep it in that shadow. You want to cover the whole shadow, but you don't want to go any farther than the shadow. Okay. So let me do this eye. So as you can see, I have the concealer painted into the lines where the shadows are, and the most important part of this is that I am going to let it dry for a few minutes before I blend it out. So that part is very, very, very important. So we're just going to sit and let it dry down. Okay, so now that it's dried down a little bit, we're going to go ahead and take our damp beauty blender and blend it out. And okay, so I try really hard when I'm blending it out not to pounce over the whole thing too much. I try to just take the very tip and very, very, very lightly just blend out the edges of it. So I'm going to go in and just blend out like the sides on the edges, and try not to touch my beauty blender onto that actual line. And we want to just leave it. Just leave it. That way the concealer kind of fills it in too. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, we have our concealer blended out, thankfully. So now we need to set it down, and I'm going to use the Cover FX. This is the illuminating setting powder. And use that to set underneath it because it reflects the light a little bit and just gives it a little bit more of a brightening look. So I'm just going to take a bit of that on my brush and dust it around in the pan, tap it off, and go under there and just lightly, lightly pat it on. So that's that. I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my face, and I will be right back to finish talking. Alright, you guys, so that was it. This is the finished look with my the rest of my makeup on. I really, really hope that this helps somebody, because when I originally learned this trick, and then I messed with it to make it work really well for me, and when I did that, it really changed. I don't want to say it changed my life, because it's just makeup and I'm not that self-conscious, but like kind of it did, you know. And I don't think I would have been like brave enough to start a YouTube channel before I found this trick and before I made this trick work for me. So, you know, I guess it kind of did change my life a little bit, and I really hope that it can help somebody else that is struggling with this and wanting to try to find a way to make themselves feel better about themselves. And that is it for this video. If you have anything else that you would like to know, maybe you are struggling with your brows or anything else like that, be sure to let me know. I would love to make any videos that anyone needs to see. Just let me know what issues you're having, and I will do my best to find a solution for it and make a video for you. So yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but my channel has grown so much in the last few days, and I am so grateful for everyone for that. We are getting really close to our, well, I don't want to say we're getting really close, but it's still going to be a little while, but we are getting closer and closer to our 10,000 view goal, so we can do our giveaway, and I am so incredibly excited. So thank you guys so much. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to hit that like button and comment, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.